Start over. You can do it.
So, what's up, guys? This is Daniel in Houston from Arms Family Homestead, and we are at Luke's house.
That's right. Who's Luke? Say, MIgardener.
MIgardener.
MIgardener. Yep. So we finally made it. Look at that. Look at Luke's garden. So many of you people live in town in a suburban neighborhood and say you don't have room to garden. Well, Luke's going to prove you wrong, because this guy has got one heck of a garden on a small lot here in town. So Luke is the owner of MIgardener.com and the YouTube channel MIgardener. Luke is over there preparing some grilled chicken tacos that I hear are going to be amazing. So we're going to hang out here at Luke's house. We got a lot of other YouTubers here. There's old Jack the Caver behind us. You may know him. It's Freedom Homestead now. It used to be Jack the Caver and his wife Tangy, the Caver's wife. Look who's here. Mom's here too.
Mom's here.
And let's see. There's several other YouTubers here. Lots of people showing up. It's just kind of a meet and greet personal day at Luke's house today. The big grand opening for his store is not until tomorrow, but got a lot of awesome stuff planned, and it's going to be a lot of great stuff. A lot of fun hanging out with cool people from YouTube.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are you excited? You gonna get Luke to show you around the garden?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing in his garden behind us? He's thinking.
Corn.
The corn. That's your favorite?
Yeah.
I figured it would be strawberries.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll get Luke to show you around his garden in a minute, okay? So what's up with the apple cider vinegar here?
What's up?
On chicken?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, we use it as a glaze. Whew. It's it kind of gives it more like an apple smoke. If you don't have apple wood, it's pretty smoky. Yeah, you just take your finger over the cap and give it a good little splash.
So guys, we're here with Luke, the guy, MIgardener, the one and only.
I'm glad you guys could make it out. I'm actually really excited to have them. And yeah, so as Daniel said, I'm the MIgardener, but I've been blessed to have them here because having great friends is what I'm all about. So I'm glad you guys could make it out.
So why don't you show Houston and me around the garden, because I know Houston is excited. He's been picking strawberries all morning, and he's kind of a garden guru for a 5-year-old. So
Yeah,
you ready to look around?
Yeah.
yeah, let's go. Want to come pick some strawberries? I'm not sure if there are any more, but yeah. So Houston was loving the strawberries. So we grow everything we grow is in raised beds because we find that it allows us to kind of control the soil a little better. Here the soil is really heavy clay, which is, I think you guys are probably aware of clay where you live too, but it's a challenge that we kind of overcame by growing in raised beds so that everything could be kind of contained. And here, Houston.
I got one.
There you go. Knock yourself out. Those are, man, right there. So, I mean, that's really what it's all about there. And I loved when I was showing Houston around the garden. The first thing he went to was the strawberries, because that's it's kind of, I mean, it's like nature's candy, really. But yeah, so we grow everything in raised beds, and we have here, you know, just some of our spring and summer greens, Swiss chard and cabbage, and you know, we're known for our tomatoes, but we're trying for the first year some sweet potatoes, and we've grown them in the ground before, but I really can't wait to see what they do in a raised bed, because the soil is just so loose and everything moves down through the soil. Peppers are doing real well, and we're trying corn for the first time too. We've had corn in the past, but the first time here at our new garden.
So Luke is growing so much food in such a small space here in town, and the raised beds, everything, it's all about preparing a site, even though you're in town. And you said you had terrible soil. So many people on my channel say, you know, if I had 5 or 10 acres or something, I'd have all this place to grow food. Well, look around. Luke is in town here.
Yeah, you don't need that much space. I think, and to be honest, the more space you have that you try to turn into a garden, the bigger chance of failure, to be honest, because it gets to be too much to manage.
Absolutely.
And keep things small, keep things close. You can manage it better. And not only that, but it allows you to use your land for other uses as well.
Right.
I mean, because if I had 10 acres, sure, I might have a 10-acre garden, but I also love to have, you know, other things on the 10 acres that is, you know, that adds value to you as a family and gives you other things.
Yep.
That I think often are overlooked when
Yep.
people consider what to do with their land.
So I get questions all the time on how do I start? How do I start like a homestead, or how do I start growing my own food and things? And I tell people, start small, start where you're at. And like we've said here, I mean, look behind us. Luke's got, what do you have here? About 14 raised beds?
Yeah, we 12. So we have 12 raised beds.
12 raised beds.
But you know, the thing is that these are so easy to build that like you can start with one, and if one works, you move to 4, 4 to 8, and 8 to 16. I mean, it's so scalable that once you get your hands kind of the feeling for it, it's so easy. And two, you know, what's really nice is the fact that it allows you to start somewhere, where sometimes with like tilling the garden, there's such a process to get it started. Well, I mean, you guys are familiar with the grass. I've seen the grass.
Yes.
And we've had our run-in with grass as well, and it's really discouraging. But if you start with a raised bed, someone that's never had a garden before, a raised bed is a wonderful place to start, because when you guys have raised beds too, and I mean it's
and I love growing in the raised beds,
so much
even in my
less
high tunnel. It's so much less work. You can control the soil, you know what's going in it, and you can put all the things into it, and they stay.
Right.
If you throw all those things into a garden, it takes a lot more. It takes a lot more compost to build a huge garden up than the raised beds, where you can control that environment. You can control what's going in there and feeding those plants. It's just so much easier.
Yeah, absolutely.
So anyways, guys, I want to acknowledge Luke in the business he's got going on. I've talked about Luke's seed company so many times on my channel, MIgardener.com. And I, you know, it's more than just an affiliate link. I know he may throw us a few dollars for that affiliate link stuff, and I get that. It's not really an income source. It's supporting a small American company. I talk about that a lot on my channel. I try to find these small American companies. It doesn't get much smaller than this.
Yeah.
You started this in your basement, right?
Yeah, it started actually in a 80 square foot apartment room.
Wow.
And then that grew into a basement, and then the basement grew into a bigger basement, and now the basement has turned into a 2,500 square foot facility, which is
awesome.
It's great. And the thing is, we want to help everyone, and that's really how it comes across. You know, we don't want to pretend like something and then do something else. So
yeah, I really respect what Luke's got going on here, and I have from the beginning. He does sell some amazing seeds. They do awesome. They perform well. Aside from that, I really respect what you're doing. You're really trying to help build this culture in gardening and growing your own food, and I think a lot more people have taken interest in that and will take interest in that, and so many more people can do this on their own in their yard, and that's just amazing, and you're really helping.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And if you're not yet already, make sure to subscribe to Daniel's channel. I absolutely love what he does, and if you head over to our channel, we're doing a quick little walkthrough with Daniel as to how you know, he integrates food into his homestead and kind of things he does. So make sure to head over to our channel, where you can check out just another side of him on us, and we want to help him out. So make sure to subscribe, hit that little bell if you've not yet already, you know, and turn on notifications so that whenever he uploads, because I watch him every day.
Awesome.
And thanks. I mean every day.
Look at that potato patch. Find anything in there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a weird looking potato.
It's a ball. You
is wondering what the heck are we going to do with our harvest, and me not being really very great at the whole preservation thing. I will say I've gotten better a lot due to watching.
See that?
And I get so many pickles.
Where'd that go? Right there. That's how YouTube videos are made. Did you know that?
People think it's really expensive. It can be really expensive if you buy everything.
That's how you
from
make
the
a
store.
YouTube video.
But if you grow it
You should
yourself,
try it.
You're getting the highest quality vegetables at a fraction of the cost, and you're getting seeds, you know, that.
So we're here with Amanda from the Fundamental Home. Amanda is also half of the Frugal Family Food group on Facebook. And Amanda and Tangi have been working at this Frugal Family Food thing for a very long time, and they actually asked us to be on their Frugal Family Food collab 2 different times. We almost got Foodie of the Year.
So close.
I think Doug and Stacy beat us.
Yeah, they're tough. Tough challenge.
So we've got some. We've had 2 really good videos do really well on the collab. So I really appreciate you having us be a part of that. Houston's about wore out and doesn't want to be a part of the video anymore. But like I said, Amanda's got her own channel that's totally separate from the Frugal Family Food Group, and that's the Fundamental Home. So what's the Fundamental Home all about?
Basically, we focus on faith, family, food, and frugality. So really the emphasis on food and frugality. But we talk about everything that has to do with our home and our home life, and just trying to share it with everybody, share our journey. We are interested in gardening and things like that, but we're like just beginners. We also like, my daughter started hunting last year, hasn't gotten a deer yet, but we're working on these things, and these are things that we're purposing to pursue. So we aren't at Daniel and everybody else's level of success, but I think that's part of the journey, is just being willing to be open and sharing, because not everybody's going to do it perfectly. Maybe you're not doing it perfectly. Maybe you are, I don't know. And maybe you could give us some words of encouragement if you are. But anyway, that's what we do on our channel. We hope you'll come visit us and hang out with us.
Yep. So that's the Fundamental Home. I'll leave a link to that, and we'll try to leave a link in the description box down below to the Frugal Family Food Group. Got like 100,000 followers on their Facebook group, so that's awesome. So these two aren't strangers to the channel. They've been on our channel before, Jack and Tangi, but they were separate. I mean, they're married and been married forever.
Well,
they were
not that
separated.
separate.
Yeah, they were separated. See, we had Jack the Caver on YouTube and Tangi the Caver's wife. So they were married, but they had separate channels. They've combined now. It's Freedom Homestead.
Freedom
They
Homestead.
just bought a new property, moved out of suburbia.
Yes.
And how many acres do you have now?
We have one.
1 acre.
Yeah,
But
just
you're out in
over
the
an acre.
country, though.
Yes.
We're back out in the. We're surrounded by farms.
Yes.
Yeah.
Goats, hogs, I mean, are all around us. So we're kind of networking with them, and then we're going to start setting up our homestead
Yeah.
over the next month or two.
So we first met Tangi in person when my family was on vacation in Nashville. Oh my gosh, it's been like a year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah.
So it's been a long time ago. We got to meet him in person. We've been friends online through YouTube and Facebook. And Tangi, like I said, is also a part of the Frugal Family Food Group. She's the other half of Amanda. They were the ones that asked us to be a part of the Frugal Family Food collab on YouTube. We got 2 really successful videos on that collab. Like I told Amanda earlier, we almost got Foodie of the Year.
Yes.
Somehow I'm not really even a cook, but it worked out. So anyways, guys, go check out Freedom Homestead. I'll leave a link to their channel. Go check them out. I'm sure they'd really appreciate it.
We would.
Awesome, great Christian people doing awesome, great Christian things on YouTube. Hey, look at there.
Yay!
What you eating?
It's my favorite part of Arms Family Homestead.
See, so many people say that, but her face is always like hidden in the shadows. She never comes out. I love it when people bring her out, pull her out into the world.
When the family comes
He
together.
doesn't have time to follow me around doing everything that I do.
That's right.
So the cookout day at Luke's is
So
kind of
guys-
winding down.
so
Hey,
guys,
you're interrupting. Hey, you're interrupting. The cookout's kind of winding down. Kind of just chilling, hanging out. Houston needs a nap. He's getting tired. But guess, check it out. Look who showed up. Anybody recognize that bearded guy back there? Doug from Off Grid and Doug and Stacy just showed up completely unannounced. Check it out. He left Stacy at home. Houston has not quite warmed up to Doug yet. He's just not sure about that bearded guy. So anyways, we're gonna wind things up here, and tomorrow's the big grand opening for Luke's store. We're all gonna make an appearance there. It's gonna be a lot of fun, isn't it, Houston? Yeah. You want to end our video for us?
So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you next video.